The event that just happened. So I heard the large white blue helicopter approaching from behind the two-story house across the street from Geronimo Alicia intersection, and I held the tape down on my camera so that he couldn't see where I was. And then he came up and he did a turn on 24191 to cover up for the military copters, but also to connect this fake news event with the copters, proving that they're all related and the military helicopters were threatening me and have to do with me. So they're linked. And then he did power circles down that side of Solero, opposite of me, down 24191, behind the tree next to it, down towards El Dorado Park, and then into the park. And then he did power circles for a long time, and then they shot the police cruiser sirens off a few times to project that there was an event. Pew, 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 pew. And then it was silent. And then like 2-3 minutes later, pew, 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 pew. And they're trying to lead me down to the park. That's why he went slow enough for me to follow him down the end of the street. So I got to Solero Oliveira and I was recording him, and then I backed up a little bit, so he tried to draw me out. So then he stopped and looked at me and then just dropped and descended behind the trees like, come get me, I'm getting away, and this is a big copter, so you really got to get the big copter. And then so I backed up to my house, then started trying to upload the videos, and because at that point, then I heard the actual police helicopter approaching from Oliveira Deseo direction, and so I knew that they had tried to lead me out just a little bit. That's only like 200 feet from my house, and that he was going to come and say, well, we found him. And so I went back to my house, but I covered the tape on my phone, and then I started recording the sound, and the sounds diminished, and he stopped approaching me because he was hauling straight for me. And then so when I did open up the tape standing on the roof, then that police helicopter was flying down El Dorado Park from Montevideo, down the curvature of the park towards Geronimo. And then so that's pretty much, and then I stayed at my house then, and it ended. So they had the one point where they tried to lead me down with the dissension and then of the giant helicopter, and then they had the sirens, and then the actual police copter was coming for me, and I got back to my house. And then I started telling them that I'm not going down there, and then I just stopped recording it too. And I started fixing my videos, and then they ended it and left. And that was a huge event to have finished right now. They should be like down there, and there should be huge problems, but they're done. And so that's what happened. So they incorporated the turn, implicating the military helicopters, and they tried to lead me out down the street so that the police helicopter, the smaller one compared to that massive one, could spotlight me and be like, oh, we found him, here he is, and then arrest me for doing nothing.